Hey guys, what's up? It's Mers. This is the DMA audition video. I'm going to play the example and then I'll talk about it a little afterwards. So look down below and you'll see a timestamp for all the different examples 1 through 8. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Here's number 1. So if I'm listening for that as a judge, I'm listening for a couple of things. First of all, how do they sound? Are they playing with a good tone? Is the auditioner playing with good rhythm? Are they really making some music out of it? It's quarter notes and half, so the rhythm isn't very tricky, but you want to be exact with it. Also, the dynamics. Don't worry about playing as soft as possible on the mezzo piano, and don't play as loud as possible on the mezzo forte. Everything should be comfortable, and you want to play with a good sound. So don't try to play so soft that the response is failing, but play musically. Just make the mezzo forte a little stronger and you'll be fine. I would not breathe every 2 bars. You want to breathe every 4 bars as best you can. So doing a 4-bar phrase will really make them say, wow, that's some musicianship right there. And on that one, I decided to go ahead and play with a different style. So number 1, I used a legato style, very nice and smooth and connected. And number 2, I was a little bit more marcato. You might choose to do it differently, but that's the decision I made. I think the judges would be okay with that as long as I was consistent. When I got to the mezzo piano section, I didn't change my style. I decided to keep that marcato style with a little bit more accent and just get the volume down a little bit. I really tried to make an obvious crescendo in that last measure, and then please take the dies al fine. So go to the sign and then go back to the fine. Now, I made a couple of musical decisions on that one. For instance, the piano, I didn't play as soft as possible the entire time, just like in example number 1. I decided to play with a soloistic kind of piano where it's a little bit more full. I'm not worrying about if the note's going to come out or not, but I want to play in a comfortable range. And I try to interpret that piano in the marking, the tempo marking religioso, as more of a stylistic legato and smooth, prayerful. Also, I might have played it a little faster than the 60. I just kind of liked it that way. You can go a little slower, but you want to make sure that you're playing your dotted 8 16ths as dotted 8 16ths. So make those obvious, like I did. Da, da, da. You can still play them legato. You can still give them some character. 4-bar phrases again. Do not do 2-bar phrases. Breathe where I breathe. That's what you want to do. And even though there's not written a crescendo and a decrescendo, you might notice as I went up, especially to bar 9, I added one in there. I wanted to make some musical decisions, go above and beyond what they give you in the excerpt. Okay, anytime you have an excerpt with dotted 8/16, like we talked about in number 3, you've got to be precise in those. Da, 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 da. Make that 16th note short and connected to the next note. Da, 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 da. I would even give it a little bit of space rather than da, 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 da. A little space between the two. And that's much better than da, 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 da. Exaggerate that and make a big difference. We want a strong tongue on all this, allegro, so it's kind of fast, but passante, heavy. We want to feel all of those notes. With the second line, if you decide that that's a little too high for you, and you decide to play the lower octave, that's your decision, that's your call. Make the best decision you can, and just make it perfect, all right? If you're going to play that lower octave and you play it awesome, that's going to be a little bit better than playing the high octave terribly, okay? So you got to make that call, decide how you want to do it, and just give it your all, give it your best. Okay, so this is the same tempo as number 4, but it's a very different style. It's not written, but I like to play it a little lighter. And then you've got some syncopation, so we want to make a lot of bounce on those. Da 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 da. Look at those tenuto markings. Please play those correctly. Now, da 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 da. All right, we've got a lot of cool dynamics, and we can do a lot with those. If that's too fast for you, if that tempo is too fast for you to tongue at, then slow it down. It's better to be slow and clean than to be at tempo and sloppy. I was double tonguing, da 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 da. But if that's too fast, you might single tongue. That's okay. I would rather hear that than. Don't do that, okay? So go at the fastest tempo you can comfortably play, and then push yourself a little bit more past that. If you're double tonguing it, just make it clean, okay? The style here is very legato. As you notice, with all of these excerpts, I have not played my piano as soft as possible. I've given it a little bit of a soloistic license to play a little bit more out and comfortably, which is okay, but you still need to make a difference. Hopefully you could hear the crescendo to the mezzo forte, the crescendo to the forte, and then a little bit bigger even to the measure after that. We have a difference between our tenuto notes and our regular unaccented or unarticulated notes. So how are you going to make that difference? Put a little bit of weight, put a little bit of emphasis on them. They're already legato. We're going to play legato in this andante style, but give it something extra. Da 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 da. Maybe even just linger on those beats slightly. If you're a little bit rubato there, I think that it's appropriate. That rallentando on the end, make it count. Da 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 da. Be careful that those 16ths still feel like 16th notes. So in your head, you might want to subdivide those last two measures even in 16ths. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. That way, you've got it in here, and hopefully the audience will be able to hear it. Okay, I might try to come back and do another recording of that, but I'll leave it there for now. I just want to give you the idea of how it goes, and it'll take me a little bit more time. So that was a little bit of a faster tempo. That was triple tonguing. I decided to put my K in the middle. Ta, or tuku tu, tiki ti, whatever. You could do tu, but I feel like in this exercise, because of the way that the fingers fall, it's much easier to do the K on the middle. That's just me. You might find a different way. If you don't want to triple tongue it, just single tongue it. That's fine, and go at a tempo that's comfortable for you. The biggest thing is to keep it light. It should not be limbering around. Da 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 da. Got to keep it moving. Leggerio, nice and lightly. The ending is really weird. You've got to find those pitches in your ear. Play it slowly until you've got them all right. And that last line, the marcato. Let me do it again at single tongue tempo. That was a little slower than the written tempo, but that was a clean single tongue tempo. Now, here's what it would sound a little bit more like up to tempo if you were triple tonguing it, and it might get a little sloppy. I'll still need to practice it some this week. I'm probably not going to put any of those triple tongues in there. That's kind of bad. Okay, so that was a bad attempt, a little under tempo, but this is one I still need to practice, and I want to give you guys an idea of how it goes before it's too late. So if I wait until I've got it perfect to make an audition video, then you're not going to get until after DMA. Let me do it again. So this last excerpt, number 8, is very difficult, and probably nobody's going to play it great, which is good because that really lets the judges see who spent the time to learn it. All right, so don't be discouraged if you're having trouble with it and struggling, because probably most people are having trouble with it and struggling. So do your best. It's better to give it a shot than to not attempt it, in my opinion, at least if you've got it a little bit. So you should definitely be looking at it, even if it's a little too hard for you. And this is especially for those people auditioning for the DYB. There's no reason you shouldn't at least be familiar with it. One of the first things I want you to be aware of is we are not in the key of E flat major. That's going to throw off your ear. You're not going to hear it right. We're in the key of C minor. So go ahead and get that tonal center together, and that'll change the way you're thinking about this excerpt. Some of the pitches, the intervals, the harmonies will make a little bit more sense to your ear when you realize that. And of course, we're starting on the 4 chord kind of within C minor. So get that down first. Second of all, don't panic on the fast notes. Yes, they're fast, and to play them up to tempo is very fast. But think about subdividing it by the 8th note. Da 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 da. If you do that, you'll be good to go. So take your time and isolate the measures you need to. So here's measure two, the triplets. All right, just start slow and speed it up. Let's look at another one of the triplet measures. How about measure four? Let's go, yeah, we'll just do that slowly. And really emphasize the first of those. Da 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 da. If you're not tonguing them all, just tonguing where it's written, but emphasize them. All right, just start slow, get as fast as you can. It's more important to play it accurately than to play it fastly. All right, that's what I'm listening for as a judge. Do you know and understand how the rhythms go? Not did you play it at 120 badly. Okay, the lip trill at the end, you know, that's a really hard one. Do your best at it, make it easy. Think about not being as loud as you can, but keeping it efficient here. And if you do a little shake on it, I don't know. That might be okay too. I probably will end up doing a little shake too. I hope you guys are practicing a little bit every day or practicing a lot every day, doing your best, putting some time in, even just listening to some recordings of it or practicing your fingerings during the school day. Just have it on your phone and be able to scroll through, look at some of these excerpts, do some wind patterns, whatever. All right, make your rehearsal time count, make your practice time count, do your best.